Hello. Ooh, that's hot. Hello, everybody. I love tea, y'all. So, yesterday, you learned about how each day of our week has a theme, right? So, Mondays was Mindfulness Monday. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll get started even more next week. Today's Tuesday. So, Tuesday's theme is Trending Habits Tuesday. What does trending mean? Trending is what's happening, what's going on, what people are into, what's popular right now. Habits is things that you do in a way that almost feel natural because you practice them over a long period of time. An example of a habit that most of us probably have is as soon as we get up is brushing our teeth. Or as soon as we're done with breakfast, brushing our teeth, right? Or brushing our hair, whatever it is. That is something we do all the time that it almost feels natural that we don't feel like we have to think about too much. So there's kind of a backstory on how I came up with Trending Habits Tuesday, and I'd like to share it with you. So when we stopped going to school and I spent more time at home and teaching you from home, I started to realize a trend going on in social media. I don't use a lot of social media, but I kind of noticed it really quickly. And that trend was the idea of self help and self growth. And I saw this in all adults, right, starting to take the time that they now had that they might not have before to grow themselves, to get to know themselves better, to grow professionally, personally, physically, right? So I saw this trend and I started to think some of these habits are really good. And listening to podcasts and reading books, there are certain habits that a lot of people share that they say have changed their lives and helped them, and now they share them with other people. And so I thought this was great. Like, I love this idea of spreading positivity. I love this idea of spreading ideas on how you're successful so you can help others. So this was all good and well, but I started to think, there's not a student version of this. There's not a scholar version of this. There's an adult version. There's I'm a grown up and I'm past the kid phase and I'm now I'm ready to work on myself and I'm ready to be the best version of myself now that I'm grown. But I believe that you can start working on yourself and growing at any period in your life. And we talked about that a little bit yesterday with Mindful Mondays. And we're going to continue it on Tuesdays in kind of a different way. So Trending Habits Tuesday is when we're going to be looking at habits of really successful people in their field. So this could be professional athletes, chefs, authors, scientists, famous people, right? Actors, actresses. What are things they do that have helped them level up to the best version of themselves? And so we're going to look into them, we're going to see what they do, and we're actually going to see, maybe I want to try that for myself. Maybe, I like what this athlete does. I think that's a good idea. What if I start this now, being in fourth grade, start this positive habit? Where is that going to take me by the time I get to high school? Right? You don't need to start positive habits as an adult. We can start them now. We can start them at any age you want. And that's only going to give us more positive results, right? So Trending Habits Tuesday, we're looking at positive trending habits in the real world that have helped people become super successful. And we're going to see what they are. We're going to look into them, see how they make us feel, and see if there's something that we would like to try for ourselves, and then analyze it as we try it. I'm going to talk about this more next week. We're going to look at our first habit and our first person we're getting that habit from. But that's what Trending Habits Tuesday is. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Continue on. I have a poll on the next slide. Make sure you complete that.